Hello everyone, we've arrived in the UK. When was the last time Britannia took you to visit schools here? That was a long time ago. Last time Chip, Sal and Jamie joined, but now it's my turn to fly to the UK. Driving here means following traffic rules. I'll spend a month travelling from London to Manchester, showing you different types and styles of boarding schools. We'll visit Hong Kong students who came to the UK to study to see if they're enjoying life in Britain. As soon as they arrive, they're already thinking about how to adapt here, aren't they? This trip will be packed. We'll start in London, go to the southwest, then up north to visit schools in the Midlands. In total, we'll see about 20 schools. This time, besides me, two colleagues, Chiran and Carol, are joining to explore the boarding schools in the UK.
At the request of our cameraman, we're doing a take two.
This time, my colleagues and I will take you to visit two schools in the southwest of England. These two schools have several things in common. Apart from both being located in the southwest, they've both invested a lot of resources into swimming. And compared to other UK boarding schools, the tuition fees at these two schools are actually relatively lower. Talking about money always sounds a bit old-fashioned, doesn't it? Anyway, in this episode, we've come to a place called Kelly, which is in Tavistock. This area is called Devon. Devon is in the southwest of England, covering an area of 6,707 square kilometres, with a population of nearly 1.2 million. Most of the land here is rural. The population density isn't actually very high. Along the coast, there are many different holiday destinations and beaches, with tourism being the main industry. For beach lovers, the scenery is beautiful and the area is very safe. The proportion of Chinese people isn't high, so it's actually the top choice for many of the UK's old school, old money retirees. It takes about 4 hours to drive from London Heathrow Airport to Mount Kelly. So why am I going from Heathrow? Because apart from visiting, I also have a very important mission: to take my cousin to start school.
The school was considerate. Knowing we came from Hong Kong, they arranged for a Hong Kong student to give us a campus tour.
So this year, I'm in year 13. Back in 2020, I actually joined midway through year 11. Because I joined partway through, I had to find a school very quickly. By October or January, everyone had already started the first term. So because I transferred in halfway, I was in a bit of a rush to find a school. This is Ma House, which is my boarding house. Here, whenever there's something new or anything happening, for example, the start of term these past few days, or if there are any changes to the schedule, it all gets written up here. And over here, this is the common room for our house, where we watch TV and hang out. Then, over on this side is the kitchen that we use all the time. It's also a common area used by lots of people. Anything you buy for yourself to eat, you can put in your own pigeonhole here, so it's convenient for everyone when they want to cook their own food. There's a hob, a dishwasher and all that. Basically, everything you'd normally find at home, it's all here, right? So usually there are 4 rooms, and if there's a shortage of space, it might be 2 people sharing a room. But if you get to upper 6 and there's more availability, you might be able to have a room to yourself.
How many people share a bathroom?
There are 3 bathroom stalls, and about a dozen people share one corridor. There's never really been any arguments over it. The level of freedom is quite high. For example, in 6th form, sometimes when we have free periods, if there's anything we need, like on Fridays and Saturdays, we're already allowed to go into town to buy our own necessities and things like that. We still have to hand in our phones though. For example, at 9:30, year 9 has to go to bed. Then at 10 o'clock, it's bedtime for years 10 and 11. For 6th form, bedtime is at 11 o'clock. By year 11, you don't have to hand in your phone anymore, but the Wi-Fi still gets cut off at 10 o'clock. At first, when you haven't made new friends yet, like when you're new, you might feel a bit empty or lonely. The main thing you'd probably miss is the local food, like the kind you get at Hong Kong-style cafes. But honestly, I don't think many people are really bothered by that. Everyone adapts to the new environment pretty quickly. The year I joined, there were already the most of us, about 10 people, I think. But even then, it's not a big proportion. You get to mix with lots of different students. We're not just talking about... There are British students, of course, but you'll also meet loads of different exchange students and people from all over the world, so you're not just limited to mixing with British students.
Callie is right next to Dartmoor National Park and the school grounds are huge. There are many sports facilities and places for extracurricular activities. For swimming, the school is actually one of the top in the country.
Many students from around the world apply to Mount Kelly for its traditional British education, 1:10 teacher-student ratio and swimming facilities. This is also a major selling point. The Mount Kelly Swim Centre is managed by former Olympic record holder Robin Brown, and to date it has produced 7 Olympic medals. In 2016, the school invested over £5 million to build a competition standard pool, the Mount Kelly Meter Olympic Legacy Swimming Pool, among others, allowing students to train in a world-class swimming facility.
Are there any parents watching who follow me? You might know I sent my cousin here to study, and you probably know how much I love this place. I've written about it many times. Why did I choose Mount Kelly for her? I think her personality is reserved, so I never worried about her coming here. What matters most is her learning process, not just rankings. I think I made the right choice. She's become much better since coming here. If you want to know more, check my previous articles or call me and ask.
No problem.
To help overseas students adapt to an all-English environment, many schools offer EAL, English as an Additional Language classes. At Mount Kelly, teachers give one-to-one EAL lessons tailored to each student.
Yeah, so this is specifically a RIM for our international students. It's a very safe environment. We hope it makes them feel really comfortable and they can come in here whenever they like. To use the space at the back, but also to use it more as a classroom environment. You can see we have lots of different flags around the room to represent all the different countries. We have classroom language displayed so they know the best way to speak to their teachers in the room, because many of them struggle when they come to a new and different country, being so far away from home. So we like to think that this is not just the EAL classroom, but also the EAL home, a little safe space for all our international students. And we also have some books for different subjects, so a lot of our students study business studies, so we have graded readers for economics and business students, and then also just general books that they might like to read, and even some Chinese books so that they feel more at home. In years 9, 10 and 11, so throughout their GCSE studies, we will prepare them for the Cambridge FCE exam, the B2 exam. This gives them a really good foundation knowledge of English. It covers a lot of the different skills that they will need in the classroom. And with their GCSEs, some of the academic language as well. And then in sixth form, so year 12 and 13, these students are really trying to go to university. So we put them through the IELTS exam. We help prepare them for this exam. It's a lot more academic, a lot more difficult, but it's really important for those students that want to go to university.
With many sports facilities, comprehensive support and small classes with a 10-to-1 ratio, it's no wonder that in 2022, Kelly was recognised by The Telegraph as one of the top 10 best value schools in the UK. No wonder Sam arranged for his cousin to enrol.
Coming to this school, my first impression is that the teachers are genuinely caring. As we walked around campus, it was clear the teachers communicate closely, just mentioning a student's name and they already know who that student is. Studying in an environment like this, it's easy for students to build self-confidence. When it comes to public duties or different experiences, the teachers are already in the loop with each other. The most memorable case would probably be Madeline, a student from Hong Kong. In terms of music, she actually had no prior experience in Hong Kong. No exams, no grades, nothing like that. But the school gave her the opportunity to develop her talent in vocal music, and she really made the most of it. She received a lot of encouragement and praise from the school for her efforts.
Yes, that's right. It's worth mentioning that she joined as a transfer student. She had studied a curriculum many Hong Kong parents might know, the one-year GCSE program, right? The GCSE is usually a 2-year course, but if you're in a rush, pressed for time, or your age doesn't fit the usual requirements, this school offers a special program. It's for transfer students and is very flexible. Normally, in the 2-year GCSE system, you take about 8 to 10 subjects. Even if you join midway and only study for 1 year, you still have to take 5 or 6 subjects. But this school is very considerate. They understand there might be subjects you've never encountered, especially if you haven't
Never needed them and won't need to.
Especially with things like English. In Madeline's case, the school arranges which subjects she needs to study based on her needs. As we walked around, my impression of the students was that they were smart and dressed neatly. For the girls, their skirts were very proper, long, reaching below the ankles, and they also had to tie up their hair. This is one of their school rules. Yes, we saw that. There was a student who hadn't tied up her hair, and when the head teacher saw her, she immediately reminded her to tidy herself up. So my overall impression of the school is that it's very neat and orderly. It's strict, but at the same time, they give students quite a lot of freedom academically. That's why I think this school is definitely worth recommending.
That's right. Also, as mentioned earlier, for example, in terms of academics, take Madeline as an example. She wants to study medicine in the future, and she shared with us that there are actually quite a few students in her year who also hope to study this subject. So when it comes to academic pursuits, I believe the learning environment and atmosphere must be excellent. But aside from academics, how about sports?
Oh, swimming is really number one, isn't it? I'm standing right here with you. Yes, it's true. Among all the schools in the UK, there are only a few that offer a 50-metre swimming pool. Not only can students use it themselves, but it's also open to local residents and even to others as well.
People who need it can also use this facility.
That's right. So because of this achievement, it has also attracted students from all over the world who want to come and study at this school. So I think from an international perspective, apart from Hong Kong students coming here to study and meeting British classmates, there are also more opportunities to interact with students of different nationalities. This really adds a lot of value to their whole study experience.
Apart from Ms. Kelly, Devon also has a school that's even closer to the sea, Plymouth College, which Chip took us to visit last year.
Plymouth is in the southwest of the UK, between Devon and Cornwall, with a population of 262,000. After Bristol, is the second largest city in the southwest. Although it's about 3 hours from London by train, Plymouth offers many job opportunities. It's close to the beach, so if you like the sea, it could be a great place to live. It used to be a naval town, so it has a strong sense of history, with many British heritage sites and churches. Property prices in Plymouth aren't considered too expensive on average. The average is around £220,000, and you can find properties for as little as £200,000. So if you really prefer somewhere more rural or a bit quieter, this is a great choice for you.
Just like Mount Kelly, Plymouth College has also invested heavily in training athletes for various swimming disciplines. In recent years, the most famous from Plymouth College has to be him, Tom Daley, who won the gold medal in the men's synchronized 10-meter platform at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Besides his Olympic gold, what he's probably best known for is knitting jumpers while waiting for his events.
Besides Tom Daley, there's Ruta Meilutytė, who broke 9 Lithuanian women's swimming records at just 15 and won gold in the 100-metre breaststroke at the 2012 London Olympics. She's also a Plymouth College alumna.
With so many world-class athletes nurtured here, top facilities are a must. Besides the 25-metre pool at the school, Plymouth College also works with the Plymouth Leander Swimming Club, letting students use the Plymouth Life Centre, which has 10 50-metre pools and diving platforms for students to practice diving.
Plymouth College students not only excel in swimming, but their academic achievements are just as impressive. Whether it's GCSEs or A-Levels, their results are above the national average in the UK. In 2025, 34% of A-level students achieved A or A in all their subjects, and 61.4% of students achieved AB. You could almost say that as long as you get into Plymouth College, you'll get at least one A in a subject.
The school excels in both academics and sports, and quite a number of its graduates go on to study sports-related subjects at university, such as sports rehabilitation, sports and exercise science, physical activity and health, sports performance, and sports journalism, among others. For students who are interested in developing a career in sports science, Plymouth College is definitely an excellent stepping stone.
Having children who excel both academically and athletically is a great joy for parents. But is studying at Plymouth College tough? What is daily life like there?
And you really will use it, so don't worry at all. My name's Kelly and I'm currently in year 13 this year. I actually started here when I was just 10 years old because I had a friend who was already studying here, and I heard that this school really strikes a very good balance between academics and sports. It's not just focused on one or the other, which I think is really important. Back in Hong Kong, studying at a local school was a bit more traditional and focused more on academic development, so the school might limit our time for extracurricular activities or restrict our subject choices. But here in the UK, and especially at this school, it's much more relaxed and free. They really support us to develop in all areas, to choose from a wider range of extracurricular activities and to take part in different sports.
I'm in year 13 this year, and I came here when I was in year 9, so this is my 5th year. At first, it was because this is a coastal city and I thought it would be a bit quieter here. Also, it was about balancing sports and academics. People here have always been much better, much happier and much more proactive. Back when I was in year 9 and year 10, on Wednesday mornings we would go out to something called the Life Centre, which is a really big Olympic standard facility. It's like you can actually train as if you're in a real competition, so I think it's really great.
It's just like today. Today's only the 3rd day since we came back for the summer holidays, but our class tutor has already started helping us, asking us for our personal statements, following up with us, and every teacher's given us a lot of support. They ask us questions and tell us, oh, if you're interested in this subject, you might need to do research in certain areas. Also, they often ask if there is anything special or unique that you can do to help with your university application process. The school also allows us to go out between meal times, but we are required to register when we come back, just to make sure that we are here and for our own safety. So on weekends, we always have a long period of free time when we are allowed to go out nearby on our own, or even apply to go to other places to have fun and relax. Okay? Usually, we might go into town, maybe have some Chinese food, and sometimes we might catch a film, depending on what's showing and what we fancy.
Every Sunday, the boarding house usually takes us out together for an activity. Any kind of activity, like ice skating, for example.
Most of the time, the water park is the most popular, and we need 3 coaches to get everyone there.
These activities are just to get you out and socialising, so you're not always stuck in your room, which can get more stressful, especially with exams and all that.
What left the deepest impression on me was probably the relationship between teachers and students. The subject teachers and I were actually really close and familiar with each other. I never felt like I couldn't ask them questions or that I'd get told off for answering something wrong in class. The learning environment was much more relaxed, which made me even more interested and eager to get involved in my studies. There are about 40 people here this year.
60-something, 70 or so.
There are more boys. Do you have any boys?
Me.
This year, quite a lot of Germans have come. Yes, but in this school, most of the students are Hong Kongers.
I'm really happy today we've come to Plymouth College. This school is most famous, of course, for its sports. Another thing I've really felt is the strong sense of community here. The headmaster introduced us to lots of different staff and students so we could have a chat and get a deeper understanding of the school. One thing about the school is that this year the headmaster has hired 3 new teachers, and all 3 of them have a PE background so they can put more focus and resources into the students. Another thing the school is famous for is Tom Daley, the well-known Olympic gold medal winning diver who also came from this school. Also, we visited the Plymouth Life Centre. So Sharon, could you tell us a bit more about the Life Centre?
It's precisely because of Tom Daley's achievements that the UK government recognised this and knew he was from Plymouth College, so they invested in the Life Centre you just mentioned, expanding the original facilities there. So now, the students are actually enjoying such a high standard every time they go swimming or try out diving and similar activities.
I've also chatted with some of the students here about what the boarding community is like. The boarding community here is relatively small and the relationships are very close-knit. In the girls' dormitory, there are about 40 people, while the boys' dorm has a bit more, around 60 or 70. All the year groups live together, so we've just been living with someone who's in Upper 6 this year. I chatted with a girl in Upper 6 and she told me that actually all the students from the lower years to the upper years have really close relationships with each other.
Besides student relationships, we should also revisit what you mentioned about the warmth and friendliness here. Student-teacher relationships are excellent. Even among teachers, when they talk, they sometimes mention students who excel in sports. When these students achieve something, teachers work hard to arrange their training and class schedules to suit them. They truly find it impressive.
Yes. Yes, so overall, I think this school is suitable for those who might want a more relaxed environment, where there isn't too much academic pressure. Also, it's great for those who have a real passion for sports. The school really focuses on and invests a lot of resources into nurturing students' interests. Maybe the next Olympic gold medalist will be one of you.
If you want to know more about Mount Kelly or Plymouth College, or if you're interested in other UK boarding schools, give us a call or register on our website and one of our specialists will get in touch with you.